Now we are moving on to part 12. I'm going to deal with a subject here, sati. That was very controversial in the past. I don't know if they're still practicing it, but I would like to make an explanation of it. Page 43, verse 4 of the Ramcharitamanas. Oh, page 43, verse 4, Daksha's daughter is Sati. Page 43, verse 6, Sati is Sita, is manuscript, is goddess of forest Aranyani. Page 43, verse 7, Sati equals Uma, equals to Lord, equals to Aranyani. Now, Rama Satya Yuga in Sati. Now, this is what this is doing. Sati is journeying from Satya Yuga to Kali Yuga, 14,000 years. Okay? So, Lord of Lords, Rama, time of truth, Satya Yuga. That's it said that in page 43, verse 8. Sati equals to Sita, equals to Uma, equals to Lord, equals to Aranyani. Rama's thought, truth, destroys ignorance, evil, belief, Dwapara Yuga. So truth destroys Dwapara Yuga, that division. Now, in Sati, they present now the 4 yugas, and the 4 yugas they present as 4 yugas of Sati, Sita on journey 14,000 years. And the 4 yugas they present, number 1, Satya Yuga is presented by Rama, the name Rama. 2, Treta Yuga by name Shiva. 3, Dwapara Yuga by name Brahma. 4, Kali Yuga by name Vishnu. So these are the 4 yugas there with the different names presented. And Sati or Sita is journeying through these 4 ages. Page 47, I will read this verse. Page 47, verse 8. Then with folded hands I supplicate that this body of mine be speedily dissolved. If I truly love Shiva's feet, and my wifely vow is true in thought and word and deed. Now Sati Sita enters Shiva's feet now. Shiva's feet is Treta Yuga. Shiva, as I mentioned, is Treta Yuga. So Shiva's feet is Treta Yuga. Page 48, verse 3. I'll read this verse. When Shiva began to repeat Rama's name, Sati perceived that the Lord of the world was awake and went and did homage to Shiva's feet. Shiva gave her a seat in his presence. Now, page 48, verse 3, Shiva, Treta Yuga, accepts Sati. This is Sita. All right? That is in Treta Yuga. Now we're moving on to Sati journey again, or Sita, to Dwapara Yuga. Moving on to the next division of time. This now is Dwapara Yuga is identified as Brahma. So, page 49, verse 5. What is it saying here? Once he took offense at my behavior in Brahma's court, and that is why he slights me to this day. If Bhavani, you go there uninvited, there will be loss of self-respect, affection, and honor. So what that verse is saying, Sati Sita enters Brahma's court. Brahma's court is Dwapara Yuga. Page 50, verse 7. What this verse is saying? Shankara, the demon's Tripura's foe, is the universal spirit, father of the world and friend of all. He is it is whom my besotted father vilifies, and this body of mine has sprung from Daksha's seed. So what this verse is saying, Sati Sita, first resurrection as an object, Daksha's seed. So you reach in the first resurrection as an object here, and it's referred to as Daksha's seed. Page 50, verse 8 again. Therefore, laying on my heart, Lord Shiva, who bears the moon upon his forehead and the bull upon his banner, I shall immediately quit this body. So saying, she burnt her body in the sacrificial fire. A plaintive cry rose from the whole assembly. Now, what this verse is saying, Sati Sita burnt her body in sacrificial fire. This is first death. This is first death here. Object Daksha's seed has no life. We're moving on to page 41, verse 4. Right? And as she was dying, Sati asked the boon of Hari, that she might remain devoted to the feet of Shiva. You always hear that a boon is given in this part, the belief part. A boon. That she may remain devoted to the feet of Shiva in every successive birth. On this account, she was born again as Parvati, daughter of a mountain in the house of Himachala, the deity presiding over the Himalaya mountain. Now what this verse is saying is, page 51 verse 4. Sati Sita, this is the second resurrection as human. Parvati on Vedi number 1. So this is the journey in the belief world, or we call it spiritual world. And this is Sati or Sita on that journey. Right, we go to page 56, verse 4. Right, verse 4 and 1, 2, 3. Verse 6, sorry. I'll read the verse. Cherishing in her heart the feet of her dear Lord, Parvati went into the forest and began to practice penance. Though her delicate frame was not made for austerities, yet she abandoned all delights and fixed her mind on the feet of her Lord. What that verse is saying, Sati Sita, as Parvati penance for the second death. This is on Vedi number 2. Page 56, verse 7 presents 1100 years for Dwapara Yuga. That's the timeline. Page 57, verse 6. I will read the verse. From the time that Sati went away and abandoned her body, Shiva's mind recoiled from everything. He continually repeated the name of Rama and listened to the recitation of Rama's glories here and there. Right. What this verse is saying, Sati Sita abandoned her body. This is third resurrection here on third Vedi. That is the journey that Sita or Sati is on. Now, we're going to third heaven, page 59, verse 8. And let's hear what the verse has to say on third, about third. Tell me now what happens is to be had from such a bridegroom as this. You have fallen an easy prey to the machinations of that swindler. Shiva married Sati only to satisfy public opinion and then abandoned her and left her to die. Now, this event now is taking place on third heaven. Yeah. Sati and Shiva are two manuscripts in this case. Marriage of two manuscripts on third heaven. This is where the marriage take place. When they're doing marriage, that is the point that we're referring to. Let's go to page 61, verse 8. Right? Page 61, verse 8. I will read it. Hear what I say and act accordingly. No. Son born, Ramayana created. Right. Brahma comforted them all and said, the demon shall die only when a son is born and the seed of Shiva. For he alone can conquer the demon in battle. Now what page 61 verse 8 is saying, a son is born. The son born here is the Ramayana book. Ramayana created. This is first resurrection of book. Yeah. This is 4 resurrections total. Right. We're still in Dwapara Yoga. Page 61 verse 8. Hear what I say and act accordingly. God will help you and the plan will succeed. Sati, who abandoned her body at Daksha's sacrifice, has taken birth again in the house of Himachala. You see, they continue to birth and death. This is, people reading this thing, this is what it means. You're passing through the spiritual world or the belief world. Right? Nothing is real. Son born, all right. Dwapara Yuga, the demon death. Page 59, verse 8. Now here, Shiva married Sati only to satisfy public opinion and abandoned her and left her to die. This is Shiva abandoned Sati and left her to die. This is first death of book. The book, this is the first death here is first death, but third death total. This is the third death total. Now we're moving over to Kali Yuga. She's traveling. Yeah, page 61, verse 9. What does it? Hear what I say and act accordingly. God will help you and the plan will succeed. Sati, who abandoned her body at Daksha, has taken birth again in the house of Himashala. Sati, fourth resurrection on fourth Vedi. This is the fourth resurrection on fourth Vedi. Fourth Vedi is here. All right. Page 70. We are now in Kali Yuga. This is Kali Yuga. Yeah. Page 73, verse 5. One day as she was returning home with Shiva, she saw Rama, the son of the lotus race of Raghu. In her infatuation, she did not listen to Shiva's advice and was beguiled into assuming the form of Sita. Now, what the verse is saying is, born as human on fourth Vedi. So she's born as a human on fourth Vedi. Fourth Vedi here. All right. Now we're moving on to the fifth Vedi. We're still on Kali Yuga. And the, page 73, verse 7. All right. So I will read this verse. Shankara deserted her because she had offered him by taking the form of Sita. Separated from Shiva, she then visited her father's sacrifice and burnt herself up in the fire of yoga, sacrificial fire there. Now reborn in your house, she has undergone severe penance to win her Lord. Know this and give up your doubt. Right? Now this is referring to fourth death of Sati, or here, as a human. Now Sita on fifth Vedi. Right? Now we're moving on to sixth Vedi in page 73, verse 6. Right? What is it saying here? Sati was constructed to delude, to present a false belief into assuming the form of Sita. Kali Yuga is sin, is belief, is spiritual world. This is fifth resurrection here. You get the fifth resurrection here. Reborn on sixth Vedi. So it's all birth and death in the belief world. Now page 76, verse 2. Present 12 forms, 12 buildings, 12 heavens. Special emphasis must be placed on fourth death on fifth Vedi. Page 73, verse 7. Sati, Sita, burnt herself into a sacrificial fire. Many pundits without knowledge of scriptures force many women to perform this sacrifice. And this is when people have no knowledge what they're reading. This whole thing here, you're inducing people, you're instigating people to follow a reading that you don't understand. I can't understand how you people, the verses are very clear in this book, and they can't seem to understand anything. And keep on, the verse telling you, everything is false in this area, from first resurrection to 14,000 years. Yet they continue to preach it as real and encouraging people to do all kind of stupidness. I don't know when they will get knowledge. All of the history is up into what called Satya Yuga. I hope this research should open the minds and the eyes of many of them, and to read the book of Ramcharitamanas properly. I think I make my point here. Thanks very much.